Days away from work, and I guess we're gonna see if we can remember how to do all this stuff. Oh shit, I forgot I cleaned my truck out before I didn't know this was gonna start. Look at her. So I cleaned my truck before I left. God, I forgot. It's nice to come back to a new, not a new, might as well be new, it looks new, a clean truck. Look here. Door panels, floorboard. Oh, a little bit there. Other side, look at that. Man, that's almost like Christmas presents right here. A dash that's all clean and wiped down. All right, got us a couple of things to go do today. Jesus, it's 87 degrees already at 9. Ethernet cables or Ethernet wires on a 333P. Then we're gonna go on a 333G and do a front idler. And we're gonna call it a day because I got some driving to do in between there. So let's get after it. I will, damn, that 87 degrees with the humidity. When I just got out of 50-degree weather for 16 days. Oh, that was nice. Anyways, let's get after it. Do this. So I'm loaded down for the week. We got front idler for a skid steer. Track presses for track press. Oh my God, look what we got. All the rest of the stuff is for 5 motor graders. And then up in my box up here, I got Ethernet wires for a skid steer. So it's 2 skid steers and 5 graders I gotta do this week. It's Wednesday. We're gonna get it all done. That was the first skid steer you see back here behind me. Got all the Ethernet cables changed out on it. Ended up finding the left harness where it runs through the side of the boom frame down under the cab. Those wires were pulled and the wires were broken. So we got all that fixed. It was 4 harnesses, and I changed the switch box out. The upper one behind your right shoulder, kind of back there behind the cab, behind that kick out window. And let them run around. Good to go now. So we're gonna run to this other skid steer and get this front idler changed out. We're gonna call it a day. It's already 1:20, but we got a bit of a drive ahead of us now. My second skid steer, the idler, just a little worn out. We're gonna get here and bring it in our shop and get the shade, because there ain't good shade out here anywhere. I don't feel like burning my ass up. Okay? Feel like burning my ass up the first day I get back to work. So try to take it easy. Ooh, a bunch of water in this bucket too. At least try to take it easy my first day I get back. Well, that sounds rough. You hear it? You hear it? Alright, I'll get back with y'all. Put myself here. I was gonna try to show y'all how I pull these off, but you ain't gotta pull the whole track, all that. Just take the tension off. And just pull it out of the way. Pull it out of the way like that. Okay? Get to it. Get to it mighty fine like that. So let's change her out. And use your 3/4 ratchet with an 1 1/16 socket. And break these. It makes it way easier. These bolts are tight. It makes it a little easier on you. And then what we're gonna do? Put my 1/2" adapter in my Milwaukee insider ratchet. Now you can get in here, take that inside bolt out, and a wobble works too. You can get up here with your half of the wobble. It's kind of tight. You gotta have an extension on there, but it works. Bit of a problem. That bolt right there, I broke it loose, but it will not. Let me just show y'all. broke it loose in my hat, 3/4. Nothing like this slow you down on doing this kind of stuff, because this really ain't a big deal. Right here, that's gonna be your best friend on a service truck. You just wash that bolt head off. You have to wash, it might come on out, but you have to maybe wash the thread area out. Drop her on out of there. I think we about got it. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I'd say, see that never come out on the inside, but that one there, just wash it off. Moral of the story is here, you can screw around with this for however long hours, working that back and forth, penetrating oil. Now I did do that. Squirted it, penetrating oil, worked it in and out, squirted it. I did it about 4 times, did not make a difference. It's time for the torch. So what I'm saying is you can either screw around this thing for a while, or you can get the job done. Get your torch out and make something happen. Now we got it off, and we're fixing to go on with the new idler up here in the back of the truck. It's out there. So now y'all gonna wonder, bet you didn't have a bolt. Well, you are wrong, because lucky me, I have about a handful of these. These are the same bolts that are used to hold the belly pans up in the skidders and rubber tire cutters. So I do keep these on my truck. Lucky. Same bolts. Flange head. So we're good. So new idler's unpacked. We're gonna get it stabbed up in there and get some bolts put on it. Anti-seize. She's in there. Bolts are started on both sides. Let's get our insider ratchet. On there, the bolts are tight. We're good to go. So we're gonna start letting the slack off of my crane, and we'll get this thing set in there. Ooh. See, jumped on there pretty good. Let's let some more slack that. We're gonna ease her on there and swing that way a little bit down, crane out. There you go. I'm probably gonna get my pry bar out. See if I can get in there to that, help it on. I'll pull my pry bar, and she jumped right on there. So we're gonna get her chain pulled out of there and get her greased up, grease relief valve put back in. Do a little snag here. I don't know what the deal is with this, but the grease relief doesn't want to go back in there. I don't know why. Looks like the threads ain't catching. I don't know, it's weird. I didn't have no issues with it pulling out. It's really strange, really strange. I don't know what the deal is with that. There wasn't nothing in the hole. Just, it come out just perfect. For some reason, it won't grab the threads now. So I got one tool in my truck. Cause I done looked through all my my thread repair kits. I don't have, that's an M18, biggest I have is an M16. But I have one other tool that might just get me out of a bind. I'm hoping it's long enough. That's the only issue I may run into. And this is the Nest kit. It's gonna be one of these that I'm gonna use. I just hope it's long enough to get in there. And we're gonna find out. See what it did. So, pulled the handle off, used my little tool here and screwed it out just a little bit. Put it in there, I could feel it catching the threads. I screwed it in. Then I put my little adjustment tool back on right there, and I tightened up about as tight as I can get it finger tight. So I think I'm maybe 3 or 4 threads in. I can turn it, but it's kind of hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hopefully work this thing. I feel it cutting. It's pretty smooth, so I'm going to work this thing out in hopes of catching it. See, I'm pulling, and it's in there. I don't know why. It got rough right there. Let's work it back and forth. Let's work it. Yeah, it's a lot smoother now. I heard something pop. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it had a piece of thread. I guess, well, they look a lot better, what I can see. I guess let me flush it out with parts cleaner and make sure there's no metal hung up in it. And we'll try the grease relief again. Gonna like this. So I ended up cleaning up the threads. I wanted to stay focused on this, and the most tedious part is cleaning up these threads. So I did use this to clean up the threads on the grease relief, which didn't need much of help, but there was a little burr at where the threads start at, and I want y'all to look at this. I did some good. We're gonna go home in a good mood today. Look here, it is screwed in. So, all right, that's bottomed out right there. Man, I cannot believe that worked out. Thank you, Ned. Whoever invented this right here, whoever came up with this little fellow there, thank you greatly. Because I mean, it's not a real big deal to change this track adjuster out. It's pretty easy actually. But another round trip, and I was able to just straighten up the beginning of the threads, the start of the threads with this, and God, it saved me some time and a customer some money. So hell yeah. I go over this with y'all. So this is, if you're wanting to purchase this is not a cheap set here. This is the 1025 set. All these will do inside thread repair, and these right here will cover your outside thread repair. I do have different dies with them. I'll just say this little one here goes down, let me see, let me make sure what it is. It goes 5/16 to 7/16. What inside bore it covers, and this in here covers 7/8 to 1.25 inches. Now I have not bought the bigger set for that. I do want to show you something else that I've actually used a few times, and it is, so this right here alone was just as much as that kit. But boy, let me tell you, fixing like threads on big cylinders and stuff like that, because this kit here, this is the Nest 3. This goes from 1 3/8 to 6 inches. So it's got a little handle on the end. You get some leverage up, get some leverage like that. It's got the cutter teeth in there, and this will adapt to any thread pitch from 1 3/8 to 6 inch. So this big one here is the same as these here. It just, I had more of a need for this at the time. So this is not a cheap setup, but as you've seen, I'm fixing to grease this up and I'll be out of here shortly. Where before, if I didn't have that, the only other option is try and come up with this, or come back with a new adjuster and install that. So honestly, it ain't my business, but to me, it's paid for itself right there. So let's keep on going and get this stuff cleaned up. Now we're gonna go ahead and hook our double line back up on our crane. Put all the stuff away. is that. I put them pins that way specifically in case one of the keepers, the latch pins fall out. Hopefully my pins will fall into the bed of my truck. And not down the highway and maybe somebody's window. Alright, got the crane all stowed up. We're gonna get our little mess here finished up. I'll get outriggers so I can fix that up. Other than that, we're basically done. I got the tracks all pumped up. We just gotta run it outside, make sure the tension is still good on it. We'll be headed to the house. It's 4:45, so we're doing good. Well, boys, I think that's gonna be a wrap. Runs good, sounds way better. The grinding ain't there. Well, I guess we're gonna do what everybody else is doing right now, right here at 5. It's gonna take us right at an hour to get home, and we're only 20 miles. It's all because it's all county roads. So, oh, I gotta shut the shop door down. So, I got some graders to do. All the parts I was telling you about earlier this morning. That's gonna be tomorrow and Friday, I'm assuming. So I'll get back with y'all whenever I start doing that. Other than that, catch you on the flip side.